Hey y'all. Hey. Whoa. Listen, a lot is going on social media, all over the place. But right now, we're only going to deal with Brian McKnight and his foolishness. Y'all come on in, hit the like button, get comfortable. You know, I've been trying to stay away from coming in too late because I know y'all be tired and stuff. But Brian McKnight apparently has decided that we will not be having early nights, not right now. Okay, Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Hey, boo, she's here to keep the chat safe, asking you to hit the like button. Please do. And she says, get your snacks too. So make sure you do that. Ian the Cord Junkie. Hey, nephew, thank you for being like number 1. I'm glad y'all here. Peanut is here too. She's like number 3. All right. We got Quiet Storm 87, the mother of our latest princess. Hey, boo, thank you for being number 4. She's asking y'all to hit your like number and keep your like number. Hit the like button and keep your like number because it could be your day to win the like lottery. It could really be your day. That's if I don't have to beg for likes, okay? Oh, she fighting back. Sleep today was exhausting. Listen, man, I'm all right. But I understand we wasn't supposed to be in here this late. This is literally Brian McKnight's fault. She crawled off on you while you was changing her diaper and peed on the bed. I remember those days. Oh my God. Why is she growing up so fast? I want to scream and tell her to stop. Miss Lovely T, thank you for being number 8. Magaline is number 10. I can't believe the princess is wreaking havoc in the palace. DV, hey, doll. Hey, my love. How you doing? Thank you for being number 8. Yeah, pure menace activity. Just running amok in the palace. Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady is in the house. Tish is here. Hey, boo. U.S. Army brat. Hey, girl. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button. All right. Amanda K, thank you for being 15. I appreciate you. U.S. Army Brad is 9. Our girl Inell is number 10. Hey, girl. How you doing? Y'all hit them bubbles. Hit the bubbles on the bottom right-hand side, your engagement button, circle with the heart emoji. Thank you. Sharon, thank you for being 23, girl. Yep, tear them bubbles up. Tear them up. Belicious. Hey, beautiful. She is number 22. So glad to see you. Lord Sharon called a man Dustin McKnight. That is not the wrong name for him. I promise it's not. Hey, Mo. Thank you for being number 9. My sweet in the house. Hey, now. Hey. Number 34. Yeah, you like number 34? We got 34 likes? If so, I sure appreciate it. Okay, you say, we need the tea. Okay, well, we're going to get into it. Unfortunately, this man has not changed. And it is ridiculous. Like, I'm going to tell y'all flat out. Lord Belicious called him Demon McKnight. At this point, I don't disagree with you. I have been, working and doing my own thing all day. I'm going to be real with y'all. I was not watching our gossip today. Nigeria got gossip jumping so bad. It's ridiculous. Them people done had me in a chokehold for almost a full 24 goddamn hours. One of the actresses, Ruby Ojiako, she got married this weekend. Like, if you look up hashtag Asanwa, like everybody who went to her wedding, you're going to see all the people in the prettier show and different things like that. Baby, they went, the girls over there is fighting, feuding. We got new people in the fights. We got people that ain't supposed to be in the fights, inserting themselves. I mean, it's been a whole Royal Rumble. So when I tell y'all I wasn't even watching our gossip that hot today, I looked up and saw that today everybody is getting involved with, giving their 2 cents on what happened with Aubrey, Lucian, UMG, and Pusha T as it pertains to Kendrick having a verse on there. So I saw that was going on today. Different takes on that. Some people blame UMG, some don't. We did find out that Pusha had to spend 7 figures to get out of that contract with Def Jam and UMG, and he spent it, which y'all know I got my theories. Jay-Z don't mind dipping in his pocket to bail somebody out. Ask Wayne with his ungrateful tail. You know what I'm saying? Hey, DT. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, and I hope DS show up to help you run that reflection corner. Yep, Nigerian gossip is off the chain. Them sisters is over there tussling. The sisters are tussling over there. So much love to y'all. Okay, I ain't gonna say whose team I'm on. Other than when it comes to the stuff with Miss May Edochie. Okay, when it comes to Queen May, I'm always on her side. So the fact that her brother-in-law done got married to this lady, what's that hooker name? Yinka. I'm always on Queen May's side. Yinka can go to hell. She just married into the family and already bringing mess. But that's neither here nor there. But on the rest of their stuff, all our Nollywood girls that are slugging it out and going at it, everybody from Angela Okori to Mercy Johnson Okoji to Destiny Atiko to Regina Daniels to everybody who's in it, I don't really have a whole lot to say about that. I don't. But as far as the stuff with Queen May, I'm always on Queen May's side. But that's what I've been watching all day because these girls have been going at it. I'm talking about back-to-back posts nonstop. And y'all know I love some good old mess when I can just like, and that's what I was doing all day in between doing my work. So imagine my shock when I finally decided while I was on the phone with Peanut to take a look at the American blogs and see that Brian McKnight is back on the blogs. So his son passing wasn't enough for him. Oh, no. He needs to make this all about him. And we're going to pull up exactly what he had to say. And it didn't make no sense. Long story short, before I get to it, he basically made a social media post. And you're going to see how bizarre it is because it was mainly like going after his brother for acknowledging that his nephew passed. Like, Negro, if you didn't want to acknowledge that your son passed, don't acknowledge it. But you can't be mad at your brother for acknowledging that your son passed. You would think by the way he's talking, and I promise you I'm going to let y'all hear it. You would think by the way Brian is talking that his brother went live or made a post bad-mouthing him. And that's not what happened at all. Like, he didn't bad-mouth him at all. He mainly was like, well, we're not even here to talk about that because that's not the time. I don't understand what he was angry about. Then, hey, Deborah Randall, as if that wasn't enough, then he goes on to low-key, like, gloat because he's like, oh, I wanted to get help for you at my house. And, you know, trying to shame the mother and blame the mama because her baby is gone. Like, this Negro is evil. And we're gonna get into this. And I'm going to advise y'all ahead of time, warn you ahead of time. You may get triggered. Thank you for being like number 31, Deborah. You may be triggered and you may get irritated with me because I'm probably going to hit that stop button a few times while we're watching it, okay? Bianca said, I'm not surprised how nasty he treats his children. This is not shocking to me. Disgusting sucker. He's a person I hope get his 10 times over. And I do too. He is gross. Amanda K said, I was tearing up when I heard someone read his son's tweets not too far before he passed. Exactly. Brian should be ashamed of himself. He really should. Belicious say upset at his brother who probably still had a relationship with his nephew and he acknowledged him and his passing. Brian is trash. Talking about he and his family did a memorial in Hawaii. Right. That boy ain't never lived in Hawaii and that woman ain't his mammy. Okay. He's disgusting. Hey, Jenny Patterson, thank you for being 32. Trashing the baby in his grave, girl. And Janetta, girl, where you been? It's so good to see you. Yep, y'all like this video, like, share the video, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and pull this up so we can get this out the way. Since this man has decided that a peaceful night would not be had. A peaceful night would not be had. If you over there on the island drinking Mai Tais and acting like you don't care about the passing of your kid, that's your business. Like, at this point, Brian, we all know you're trash. There was no reason. There was absolutely no reason for you to do this. There was no reason for you to do this. So we're going to get into it. We're definitely going to get into it. Sharon is crazy. Dang, Deborah says she done forgot everything he used to sing. Girl, I ain't forgot it, but I may as well because I'm never listening to his music. Bianca, is definitely about to boil your blood. It's definitely about to boil your blood. For sure. For sure. About to boil your blood. Hey, Tiffany GT, how you doing, boo? Oh, B-Licious say, I hope all his future shows get canceled. You know his other shows got canceled after all that stuff came out about his children and how he treating them children. Mm-hmm. Well, y'all buckle up because we about to get into some foolishness, okay? So we're not going to play his first. We're going to go back down memory lane because that's the best place to go, right? So these were, I believe, the last post from Nico before. Well, this is from last year. So these aren't his last posts, but these are from last year. This is from April 18th of last year when he said, when I was about to die in the hospital from complications from my cancer, I just wanted to bury the hatchet and hear him say he loves me. And he told me he couldn't arbitrarily tell me he loves me, still cut so deep. Nico also posted, we were bad children. Sure, yes, but my sisters have always deserved better. They don't deserve this outright disrespect. Hate us all day, but you don't get to be a piece of ish forever and still skate by with all that we know. Then he went on to say, we saved that man from federal prison. That's all I'm going to say. But after all of this, I still love him so much because I know there's my dad in there somewhere. But he's a drone now. So effing sad. Miss you, Dad. Marcus Aurelius, Superman. So this child had cancer for a while. And for him to tell this baby, oh, I can't arbitrarily tell you I love you, I believe he said just all of those things. So we're going to play what his brother had to say. And we're going to play what his brother had to say. And then we're going to listen to the steaming, and I do mean steaming pile of garbage. Hey, Forever 21, we're going to play the steaming pile of garbage that he allowed to overflow out of his mouth like some sort of cursed latrine. Okay? So I'm going to turn the sound on, and we're going to listen to what his brother said. And then I want y'all to try to put two and two together, like what the hell was he angry about? Okay? Y'all ready? If you're ready, put a 1 in the chat. Let me make sure everybody got their ears on so you don't be asking me to play it back. Trini girl, where you been? Good to see you, honey. How you doing? Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready to go, because I don't want you to miss it and get to the end of the video and say, oh, yeah, now we ready. DT, thank you so much for the super chat, baby. Hey, Channy Chan, how you been? Say, if I have sleep apnea tonight, I'm blaming Booby Traps McKnight for making us listen to his foolish trash talking on the grave. May Nico rest in peace. Amen. Okay, so I see the ones y'all ready. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. It's sad that we even got to do this.
I said to myself I wasn't going to post about this. And as the day wore on, I realized that how could I not post about this? This morning, I found out that my nephew, Nico McKnight, passed away. He'd been bravely battling cancer for the last 2 years or so. And I have a lot of feelings right now. I'm not going off a script or anything like that. I'm just going to be raw with how I'm feeling. Nico was one of those amazing kids who was quirky and curious and ridiculously talented. Amazing singer, an amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer. And just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody you always wanted to be around. And so it really sucks that he's no longer with us. So all day, and I will also say, probably one of the reasons why I wasn't going to post about it is I post a lot of things, but I don't post a lot of really, really serious subject things, or certainly family things. And I wanted to post this about Nico, about his legacy, about how amazing he is, and not about what some of you may have heard about, the family drama that has existed for quite some time in our family. I'm not here to discuss that or to talk about how that happened or why it happened. Um, this is not the time or the place, but what I will say is, in any situation, there's always at least three sides to a story. There's my side, your side, and the truth. And the truth, a lot of times, is somewhere in between. So here's the thing. And I will also, I don't know exactly what was going on there. I know what I've seen. I know what I've heard from all parties involved. And I try not to judge. I just try to be as loving to each person as I can be, because apparently there's so much hurt going on, or was so much hurt going on, that a lot of things didn't get resolved. And again, I want to go back to Nico. I know that kid had a lot inside, a lot eating at him for a long, long, long time. That may have contributed to what happened with him. What I do know is he's out of pain now. And so I can rejoice in the fact that he no longer has to go through the chemo and the radiation and everything else. But I just want to uplift that young man and say we will see him again one day. I love you, Nico. Uncle Claude.
So y'all, please tell me, please, anybody chime in on what this elder gentleman said that was out of line. We didn't see him say anything that was dragging Brian McDusty. Hey, Miss Nisi. We didn't see him say anything that was out of the way, anything that was nasty. And Janetta, please make sure you go to you was in the hospital. Wow. Yeah, girl. Get in Discord so you can let us know what be going on with you, so we can be there for you. Okay. Let us know what we can do. Make sure keep in touch with us in Discord. Hey, Anna. But am I tripping? I didn't see him say nothing wrong. Sharon said he said nothing wrong. I didn't think so. I'm like, what the hell? Never even said his name. That man literally said, I'm not here to talk about what y'all done heard about. Like real life, this is not the time. That baby is gone. All he said was, it was a lot of hurt on every side, and everybody got their side to stuff, and this ain't the time to even worry about that. The baby ain't hurt no more. Thank you, Channy Chan, because I'm like, am I tripping? Very respectful, nothing out of place. That's why I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Wait till y'all see what he had to say. I feel like, yeah, beautiful words from the uncle, nothing bad at all. Hey, Yanni, welcome. I feel like I just don't get it. Yes, Lala, I tried to check on you. We love you, girl. I'm glad you're here. But I was like, so it's giving you're angry because your brother said something loving towards your son. Your brother was saying kind words and talking about how wonderful of a child you had. And I guess because it wasn't all about you and praising you and all hail the wonderful Brian McDusty, that apparently what he said was distasteful. Y'all buckle up, because you about to see just how nasty this pile of human excrement got. Because this is gross. This is really gross. So just get ready. Okay, here it is. Hold on.
To Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement.
What was okay? I already warned y'all I'm gonna be stopping. What was tasteless or self-aggrandizing about the announcement of that baby passing? He didn't say, oh, I'm such a wonderful uncle and I was there for him every step of the way. He didn't do none of that. Dude even said I might have even contributed to some of the hurt this baby went through. What the hell was self-aggrandizing, you loser? Brian McKnight is like hands down one of the biggest losers on the planet. And that's saying something, because men in this country have set the bar real high for losers. Can I be real? Men in this country have set the bar really high for losers. Like, to be the biggest loser out of all American males, like, you gotta really be an overachiever, because we have some magnificent losers in this country. Okay. Hey, Brittany Janae, how you been, boo? I can't stand him either, but he's such a freaking loser. And not only is he a loser, he's worse than the men who just walk away. He is worse than the men who just walk away. Dare I say, these children would have been better had you just walked away, sir. Had you just got their mama pregnant and just left her to raise them on her own, and they never knew you, they would have been better than to have a piece of human excrement like you, a rancid piece of walking afterbirth like you for a father. You're upset. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being number 46. What up, Charlene Edwards? Certified demon, she says, and I totally agree. The bottom line is, this man is saying it was tasteless for his brother to say kind words about this poor baby's passing. This child that called you father. And what's so awful about all of this, is the fact that the title father should be a title of honor. And too many times in this country, these dust buckets, these dust devils, are not worthy of the title of father. And don't get me started on the women that lay down for them and allow them to put on a title that they're not worthy of. DT say, not set the bar high for losers, should he dry cry laughing. It's the truth. It's the truth. To be a loser male in America and be the best loser and the biggest loser, oh, you got to get up early and go to bed late. All right, Anna, good night, girl. Get you some sleep. I know you got to get up early. Get you some rest. Say your prayers, sis. Pray you don't ever run into a man like this. But the nerve of him to say it was distasteful, because at this point, the only thing we saw Uncle McKnight say about the passing of little Nico was kind words talking about, the fact that this poor baby is no longer suffering, and the fact that he's going to miss him and how wonderful he is, and how sad it's going to be to not have this wonderful young person around anymore. And talked about how, it was just, he was somebody you just wanted to be around. That must be what Brian McNasty thinks is distasteful, because God forbid somebody felt like his child was worthy of wanting to be around. Oh, Tiffany said, that's why I say his new wife is trash. I mean, if she can lay down and open her legs for somebody who will mistreat their children, she gotta be. She got to be. Lala, thank you for the cash app, sis. I appreciate the support. Thank you, Lala. But she, something in her has got to be broken, because why would you not realize that this man is not worthy of the title of father? And you've given him that title yet again. I hope she knows the same way he's treating these children, he may end up treating hers. I hope she don't think that her children going to get better treatment because their skin is lighter and their pedigree is muddled. I hope she don't think that. But let's go. Let me let y'all listen to this trash.
On TikTok that frankly was not his to make, in my.
Oh, it wasn't his to make? Was the boy not his nephew? Did he not love the child? He didn't have a right to say that the baby was gone and he missed him? And don't get me wrong, y'all. I understand that this young man was of the legal age, but I'm saying baby because I'm making a point. This is a baby. Brian McKnight barely, he close enough to my age that I could say this baby is a baby. And I'm using the term baby because I think I speak for all the mothers in the chat. But let me say this. All the mamas in the chat with grown children, y'all chime in on this. Do they ever stop being babies to you? Because they don't to me. Put a 2 in the chat if these children don't ever stop being babies to you. Let me put my 2 in the chat. Because they don't even have to be the ones that came out my belly. If I could have had you, you a baby to me. I see the 2s. I see the real mamas in the chat. Instead of this filthy Negro to be in somebody's prayer closet crying and praying and asking God to forgive him and get himself right, so hopefully he can see his child again in glory one of these days with his filthy self. He's online talking about somebody who loved the child didn't have a right to say they loved the baby and missed him. Who the hell do you think you are? See, any decent parents, see, this is how I know you didn't love them children and you never did. This is how I know you didn't love them children and you never loved them. This is how I know. Because, see, when people love their children, hey, Keisha, when people love their children, we're not offended when other people love our children. We're grateful when other people love our children. We're grateful. I didn't have one mama. God gave me a few mamas. And when Grace took up to being mama, when my mama wasn't able, my mother was never offended. She was like, you take care of her just like you take care of me, because it ain't easy for a woman to love and rear and nurture another woman's child. It's not easy. That is pure love when somebody can love your child and it ain't yours and it ain't theirs. It wasn't his to make. Anybody who loved him had a right to say they loved him and missed him. Y'all finish listening to this trash. I'm going to try to be quiet because he's pissing me off. He's pissing me off, y'all. I'm sorry.
In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity.
Wait a minute. As an opportunity to what? To say that the young man, let's go back over what Unc said. Unc said he was wonderful. He was talented as a singer, as an artist. He was the type of child that you just love to be around. It sucks that he's not here. What was the opportunity? When it came to that, the mess, meaning the way you treated this poor child. He literally sat there and told anybody listening, this ain't the time. And actually tried to clear your name a little bit, because he said, basically, whatever y'all heard, just bear in mind, you got my side, your side, and the truth. So y'all don't know what it is. It was a lot of hurt on both sides, and this ain't the time to talk about it. So what the hell was he taking an opportunity to say? I always said he looked like Harry and the Hendersons with that high forehead. That's why God gave you that hairline, because you're nasty. That's all right, y'all. I'm sorry.
It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama.
Where's the reality show type drama? And look where he done wrote the baby name in the dirt in Hawaii. That baby wasn't from no goddamn Hawaii. So why are you writing his name in the dirt in Hawaii? Why would you do that? And where's the reality show type drama, baby? The drama came when your children stepped out and told us how nasty you was treating them, like naming a whole different child Brian Jr., like you didn't already have a junior, like you were erasing the children you had with that beautiful black woman, because you went and got some children with muddled blood and you decided that they were the replacements for your original seed. Never mind. I'm sorry.
While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke.
What good times, Brian? You cut your children off. So how is this new woman and her muddled blood children going to remember good times with a child that did not happen? What's the good times? The good times before you erased your children and went and got yourself replacements? With little Miss Mauna Loa. Is that the good times? And why the hell would you fly home to Maui? Why would you not go over to the woman that you took vows with and made them churn with and say, hey, no matter what our differences are, I want to be here to support you and console you because we lost a son. I went home with my family. Y'all, let me let this nigga let this nigga talk because I'm getting pissed off.
We offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of
we offered in our home. First of all, if you really was concerned about this young man's care, nigga, you would have offered him care in the hospital, not in your home. Why the hell would he have to go to your house to get care? So you wanted him to bow down and beg and come to your house while he's sick, you piece of gutter garbage. First of all, that child was sick. That was not a time for you to be playing bargaining chips. Or if you want help, you come in our house. If you really cared about him, why in the name of God would you not say, I'll pay for the best doctors for my baby to get care? Why did you have to stipulate that it was in your home? And while you accusing your brother of you taking it as an opportunity for self-aggrandizement, sir, that sounds like what you was doing. Oh, we offered him the best care when the best oncologists and the best, you bragging about your money, baby. We know you got the money. But let me tell you something. It's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make heaven. And nigga, you gonna bust hell wide open. You are. While you talking about your money, that's all you got. That's all you got. And you better hope little Miss Mauna Loa ain't over there frying up everything she can to hurry up and give you a heart attack. And I hope she take every penny you got. I hope it don't be $1 left. Because one thing about it, and two for sure, that money that's in your bank can't wipe your behind. That money that's in your bank cannot bring you a glass of water. And you better know them same children that you mistreated from that black woman, them probably going to be the same children that you going to be looking for to take care of your half-dead tail when the time comes. The fact that you only in your 50s and you looking like somebody's great-granddaddy is the first clue that you already got one foot in the grave and one on the banana peel. Because how the hell you look like that in your 50s is a darn good question. Lets me know that sin disfigures. And you are disfigured. You disfigured your ugly self. All them wrinkles in your forehead. I never liked your face. I always thought you looked like one of them goddamn Sasquatches round about the head. Why your head pushed up like that to a goddamn point? Anyway, let's let him go.
Communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him.
And what the hell you mean self-proclaimed mama? See, I'm sorry y'all for stopping, but I can't take it. What the hell you mean? Hey, TC Dub Beats. What the hell you mean self-proclaimed mama bear? Nigga, she didn't proclaim herself no mama bear. God made her a mama bear. The day her womb opened with her first child, her womb opener proclaimed her the mama bear. She didn't make herself no mama. You crawled your ugly behind on top of her and went to grunting and sweating. That's what made her a mama. Self-proclaimed mama bear my foot. And may God have mercy on your soul. How dare you have God or mercy in your mouth? You didn't even have mercy for your children. Like we didn't see that baby said he asked you to just tell him you loved him. And you couldn't even do that, you piece of trash. And may God have mercy on her soul because she didn't let him accept the help. She ain't had to let him do nothing. That baby was of the age of majority. That child did not want to be in the house with you, Negro. He didn't want to be in the house with you. If you wanted to care for the child, why did you have to put stipulations? You couldn't offer him care without control? Is that what it is? Sasquatch? Harry and the Hendersons, is that what this was? Sitting up there looking like Cro-Magnon man. You got a lot of nerve talking about self-proclaimed mama bear. No, she was a mama because she took her holy office seriously. You piece of trash, did not. Now he trying to blame the lady for the death of her child, like that baby was gonna live longer if he was in your house. See, this is the type of Negro. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna let him talk, but let me help y'all with something. This is the type of Negro that even in the child's sickness, even with the baby losing his life, he was trying to find a way to use this child to still hurt the ex-wife. Y'all girls better be careful. Some of these men y'all got children with is the ops. We were just talking about this the other day. Might have been yesterday or the day before. Some of these men y'all got churn with is the ops. They don't love your children. They never loved you. Some of these men was purely with you for the purpose of trying to destiny swap with y'all. They saw your blessing, they saw your shine, they saw God's favor on you, and they wanted a piece of the rock. And if by chance you escaped and they couldn't suck you dry, they do stuff like this, even down to the baby about to lose his life. He still wanted to use that baby to hurt that woman. And when the baby did not agree to, I'm going to go sick and all and lay up in your house so you can tell my mama when she can't see me, because that's all he wanted to do. You piece of garbage. I seen your kind before. You ain't nothing but a piece of walking trash, rancid trash at that. Dumpster juice, McKnight. But because that baby didn't agree to that, so you could use that to hurt his mama. Now here you are bringing your filthy, disgusting, low rate, low class behind online to try to blame this lady for her child's death because you were not able to use his sickness to hurt his mother. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, but you are such a garbage human being. You're barely human. But you're such a garbage human being that all you can think about is you didn't get your way. But guess what? Your way to hell has already been paid. It's already been paid. It's a special place. It's a special place in hell for Negroes like you. It is. Special place. You ladies better be real sharp out there. Don't open your legs for everybody just because they tell you they're cute. Y'all better pray over these men.
Him to use that line of communication. Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement.
Hold on. He got more.
God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. God
has given me and left everything in his hands. Me. And don't be putting nothing on God. When the last time you talked to God? Hell, when the last time he spoke to you, you cursed reject? And what the hell is the Hennessy bottle for? Can y'all tell me that? What is the Hennessy bottle for? Your child is dead. Your baby is dead. Trash. Your baby is dead, and you up here talking trash about me, mine, I, me, mine, I. Your baby is dead. I don't hear no type of grief in his voice at all. I, with your little light, soft, feminine voice. You're probably over there with little Miss Mona Loa because she's the only one willing to dig in your booty hole with her fingers. But let me keep playing. Come on.
I have a clear conscience. The only judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion.
So all he worried about is people's opinion of him. That's all he worried about. That is all he's worried about. He don't care nothing about that baby. He don't care that baby is gone. What I will say to the mama. And Lala, you right. He is a walking billboard for pro-choice. Yep, he probably had so many fingers in his booty hole. His middle name is Bowling Ball. Strike. But anyway, to the mama, ma'am, if you ever hear this or hear about this, I am very sorry for your loss. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am. I am. I'm very sorry for that woman's loss. Ma'am, I am so sorry for your loss. I am a mother, and I am a mother first. And I cannot imagine, nor do I want to imagine, how painful that must be for the mother. It is sad, and dare I say even a curse, that a woman should have to bury her own child. My heart, and not just my prayers, my heart truly goes out to that mother. It does. No matter how much your children misbehave, at least they're alive to misbehave. No matter how much aggravation your children bring you, they're alive to aggravate you. So I cannot imagine the pain that that lady is going through, especially with this filthy flea flicking primate that she made it with to make these babies out here on social media with antics like this. I can never imagine how painful that must be. But mother dear, I would like to send to you and your family again my condolences, my heartfelt prayers, and just the encouragement that God does know best. Our Father is in control, even when it don't look like it, even when it look like the devil is winning. He's not. Even when it look like Satan is winning, he's not. He's not. And just, encourage yourself in the Lord, mother. Lean on God's unchanging hand. And I do pray that the Holy Spirit will comfort her and her family in y'all's time of bereavement. I am so sad that this happened to this family. And to be sincere, I'm sorry that this man happened to you. I'm sorry that this man happened to you. This is a horrible man. This is truly a horrible man. But ladies, I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention. Let me say this again. Hold on. I need to blow my nose. I want y'all to pay attention. Pay attention, please, so that you're not the next lady to end up in this position. Pay attention to these men. Honestly, y'all fall for stuff way too easy. Yes, love God is, girl, tell the truth. The community is full of trash like this. He does not exist in a vacuum. Tell them again. That's why I'm telling them, pay attention to these men. Pay attention to them. Because here's the thing, right? I understand. I do. I wasn't born old. I get it. It is normal. Regardless of what people try to make you feel, young Black women, like you're doing something weak or corny by wanting to love somebody and wanting to be married and wanting to be a wife and wanting a normal home. That's not bad. It's not wrong. It's not corny. None of those things. And men who take advantage of your natural urge to build a family, they're really terrible people. They are terrible people. But young women, you have got to be more discerning. You got to be more discerning. You gotta be. Men like this are everywhere. He is one of the worst, and he's one of the most visible. But men like this are everywhere. They don't walk up telling you, hey, I'm a scumbag and I'm gonna stab you in the back 10 years from now. They don't do that. They walk in, they talk like sugar will melt in their mouth. What's y'all term for it now? Love bombing. I know the new terminology. I know the lingo. They gonna come in, they gonna love bomb the hell out you. Oh, you so cute, you so fat, you so this. They gonna let you talk and they gonna do most of the listening. They ain't gonna tell you a whole lot about them. They gonna let you talk and tell them everything about you. And they gonna listen to all your insecurities and then they gonna feed you with it. Everything you say you insecure about, he gonna tell you, oh, that's what makes you beautiful. That's what I like. That don't bother me. And if you give them a year, sometime quicker, the same thing that they told you that they don't have a problem with, and it's them other people, they gonna flip it on you and they're gonna start taking jabs and shots at you. I'm telling you the cycle. I'm telling you the order of events now. Pay attention. Get your pen if you got it. They gonna flip it. This kind right here. This kind. They gonna flip it. And they're gonna go from reassuring you about your insecurities to making little jokes about your insecurities, taking little jabs at you about your insecurities. And if you say you're not comfortable, it's just a joke. Calm down. It's just a joke. Relax. Baby, every joke got an atom of truth. Some of y'all going through that right now, and I want you to wake up. I'm going to say it 3 times so it get down in your spirit. Wake up, daughter. Wake up, daughter. Wake up, daughter. Wake up, niece. Wake up, niece. Wake up, niece. Every joke got to add them a truth. When they start doing that stuff, they on their way to railroading you. You probably dealing with somebody trying to steal your shine, trying to dull you or swap destinies with you. I want y'all to wake up. And don't think it can't happen because he might make a couple dollars more than you. That don't stop him. Because that man that's making them few little dollars, he will see something in you that he don't have in him, and he's not going to admire you for it. He's going to resent you for it, and he's going to do everything he can to either make you throw it away or take it from you. Y'all had better wake up. Because after the jabs and the jokes, and the next thing that's coming after the jabs and the jokes, it's going to be out and out verbal abuse, emotional neglect, emotional abuse, emotional blackmail. And by emotional blackmail, I mean he's going to start treating you terrible and daring you to say something, because the minute you say something, he's going to go silent on you and refuse to give you any response, to give you conversation, to give you any type of comfort. He's going to withhold affection as punishment for you talking. I'm telling y'all the order of events so you understand what you're running into. And it actually, this is the perfect time, because I saw a sneak peek on RHOA with Angela Oakley. Yeah, one of them heifers I don't like, because I don't like none of them. But I saw the sneak peek, and I don't like the fact that Bravo didn't have to air that, but they aired it anyway. And they keep airing her with some of this stuff that's bothering my nerves. Tiffany GT say, OMG, Seanitra, you right. I saw an ID channel show. And she said the man asked a lot of questions and he barely said a word. He was studying her. That's what they do. That's what they do. And the more you talk about the things that you're insecure about, you're being vulnerable, and he smiles and acts like he's engaged and he's interested and he's listening, you're thinking, oh, he's attentive, I can be vulnerable with him. No, ma'am, that's not the case. That man is studying you. He's getting ready to take you on a ride. He's getting ready to take you on a ride. Hey, Nina Ross. But in any event, I saw the sneak peek with Angela. Y'all, it bothered me so bad. So they showed the sneak peek. Y'all know they over there in Grenada, right? And they always show the ladies calling their husbands, the little talking on the phone. It's usually very boring. We got a little action back in Potomac with Juan calling Robin and him pretending like that camera didn't work on that FaceTime. I didn't like that either. And y'all know I can't stand Robin, but I ain't like that. And so now they showing Angela calling repeatedly and Charles not picking up that phone. And I was irritated with Bravo because, okay, once y'all saw that he didn't pick up the phone, y'all could have moved on to another room. Y'all didn't have to stay there and keep recording her calling him and him not answering their phone. I didn't like that. I ain't like that at all. But I also don't like the way it looks. Y'all made me think Sunday. I was really trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I didn't, y'all made me think on Sunday. I don't know everything. TC Dub B say facts. His new wife is the new supply. He will surely walk her like a dog next. Tell him again, TC. That's the thing. See, men like this, once you escape, they eventually find another victim. Now, usually though, before they go find another victim, they're going to harass you first because you escaped. If they got children with you, they're going to try to use them children to make your life a living hell because you escaped. They got to punish you for escaping. Because, in their minds, their ego told them you wasn't going to never escape. You wasn't going to never have the nerve to get up and walk away. You wasn't going to never choose yourself over them. But once you actually do, they got to harass you. They got to give you hell. If y'all got children, you really finna catch hell. But that mess with Angela, it's starting to feel some type of way. The fact that she won't never check him on stuff, it's starting to feel like, is she afraid to? He does seem like he could be, the kind of man or the kind of person that is capable of withholding emotion and withholding affection if she dares to speak up. It does give that. I didn't want to really accept that or believe that. But from what y'all was saying Sunday, I went back and looked at a few things. Y'all might be on to something, because y'all know I didn't want to believe that he didn't love Angela. I didn't want to believe that. I just felt like, okay, they could love each other and maybe they having some rough patches, or that's just how he talked. But it's just been some things, and it's starting to look like that could be the case. Nephew Ian says they'll take your vulnerabilities to a therapist, not a man. It will start as love bombing, but will lead to gaslighting and deflections. Tell him again, nephew. That's right. Say they listening to throw it back in your face. Sure are. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Y'all better stop telling them men. Stop telling them about your past relationships. Stop telling them about your past relationships. Keep some stuff to yourself. Stop that. Ladies, don't do that. Don't do that. He wasn't in that relationship. That ain't none of his business. And don't let him come bad-mouthing no woman to you either. And bear in mind, if he will bad-mouth a woman to you, when he get the next woman, you going to be the one he bad-mouthing. Remember that. Okay? That's right. You could be dating Legion, old lying Legion, and don't even know it. But yeah, I didn't like that Bravo showed that. I felt like Bravo could have showed any number of things. They didn't have to show that. And I didn't like the way it looked. I don't like the way it looked now, to be honest with you. I don't care for the way it looks at all. No. But yeah, that's a mess. That ain't nothing but a mess. Let me get some of y'all comments, because I ain't mean to stay in here long, but we had to come up, jump in here on this good porch to drag Brian McKnight, because I'm tired of him. Bianca said, TC, I have to go watch the replay, but I think, don't quote me, I think he asked his wife if he should help his son, and she wasn't with it. What kind of mother is that? It sounds like I need to go watch what y'all was watching. Keisha said, it's like he purposely trying to make Angela look crazy on camera. That's how I'm feeling. And you know what else, Keisha? See, I'm so glad you here, sis. I'm starting to feel like, in which I mentioned it, but I wasn't sure. But the more I watch, I feel like it's possible maybe Angela came on this show because she felt like it was people claiming that they didn't know that he was married. So I feel like, in a way, not 100%, but especially knowing they tried to get on the show before and she didn't want to come, what was different this time? I think what's different is I think she maybe, is hearing that people don't know that he's married. I feel like maybe she there to make sure everybody know. Like, now it ain't no secret because we on national TV and everybody know that I'm Mrs. Oakley, which she should have a right to that. And I don't think she should be shamed for that at all. Don't like her, but she shouldn't be shamed for that. That she shouldn't be nobody's secret. She is the wife. The wife should never be a secret. Ever be a secret. So I'm definitely not shaming her for that. I don't look at her no type of way for that at all. But let me say this. I feel like maybe he agreed to it, but I'm with you, Keisha. It's like he's not even trying to help her look good. Like, I'm not saying he got to be fake and phony. I think we all know he ain't going to do that. But I think some of the stuff he could do to, just let him know, this is my girl. I'm representing my girl. This is my wife. He won't do any of those things. And it's almost like, oh, you want to be on the show? Okay. I'm going to act just like I normally act. And you want them to know we married. I'm going to let them see what the marriage is really like. It's almost like he's trying to get at her or propping her back for even wanting to be on that show. I don't know. But somebody don't feel right. I don't really like it. Amanda said, that's what my mother said. If they badmouth another woman or their mama, that's not the one. Yeah, if a man don't respect his mama, girl, you about to lead a dog's life. Just know that. You just said that, Channy Chan. Hey, Queena. How you doing, sis? TC say, yeah, she evil. Oh, y'all talking about that show. Bianca, text me the name of that show where I could watch it because I want to know. DC say, sound like Bravo is trying to stoke the divorce flames between them. Yeah, and Bravo likes to humiliate women. And I think that that's what they do. And I think he's giving them all of the ammunition and they are using it. I think so. Amanda K said, Keisha, I was liking him. And the more and more I see him, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, I liked Uncle Charles, but like the more I see how he treated Angela, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I feel like if you don't mean a woman no good, why are you with her? What are you doing? Forever 21 said Charles isn't into her at all. He just wanted to sell some of them houses and get some of the money back. Yeah, because he did put money into it. And why even do that? Or maybe he was cool doing business and everything like that with her as long as it was private, as long as she didn't want to be public. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Ian said, I feel like he punishing her for forcing him to be on that show against his will. I kind of feel like that too. I feel like he did not say no, but he definitely making her pay for wanting to be on that show. And I don't know why, and I don't really like how it looks. I'm gonna just be honest. To me, I don't like how it looks. Hey, Couture Babe. Say Angela doing that to herself. She's stupid. Yeah, because she could walk away. Camera or no camera. That's true. Yeah, I don't like it. I can tell you that. I don't like it. That them up there filming her, calling him back to back, and he not answering the phone. Like, what reason you got? Your wife is all the way out of the country. She could be calling you because something went wrong. Why would you not be answering the phone? Bianca said, well, CK said she was asked seasons ago, maybe she came to expose him and bow out with her coins after that 10-year mark, in my opinion. She could be, but I don't get that from her, Bianca. I don't. Like, Angela's not a good actress. Like, she fake as hell, and I see through her 100 miles an hour. I don't see her trying to get out of that marriage. I think Angela loves her husband, and rightfully so. That's her husband. I don't think she's trying to get out of nothing. Even say the fact that the only way she could let the streets know he was married was by going on TV is crazy. Angela's not a victim. Well, I got some pity for Angela. I definitely, I have empathy. I don't want to say pity. I have empathy for Angela. I mean, it could never be your mama, but I do have empathy for her. So I liked him at first too, but he's a bit cringe. Like, I didn't cringe, but it makes me feel, I told y'all the word, uncomfortable. I did not cringe, but I definitely felt uncomfortable. I don't like it. Yeah, Lola, he act like he really resents her for something. Like, it, but you heard her try to get him to go to therapy and he's not agreeing. So if she can't get him to agree to go to therapy, I don't know how she gonna tweeze it out of him, but he needs to come clean with what he resents her for. Whatever that is, because there's definitely some resentment. And I don't want to think that the resentment is because not everybody know about her. I don't want to think that. That's horrible. That is really horrible. DT say, because that's one thing you'll never see Uncle Ray do. Uncle Ray will always have Karen's back and support. Yeah, we never saw Greg treat Nene like that. Never. Reminds me of Fabulous and Emily. Somebody ain't right. Amanda said if they split up, it's because of him. I believe that. Now that I believe. Because Angela definitely gives that she loves her husband. Now, she's a lot of things, and I don't like most of them. But that lady loves her husband. That's right, y'all. Hit the like button. Now, that she does. He giving her the Juan Dixon treatment. And, ooh. So, Juan, Ian, you mean to tell me if Juan had some money, this how he'd be doing robbing? The only reason Juan giving her the light version or the diet version is because he broke. Dang. Thank you for being number 72, E. Davis. Dang. Yeah, this ain't no roommate situation. This ain't no roommate. He's actively participating in that marriage. Juan was not actively participating in nothing but, you know, the hookers at the hotel from Canada. That's what he was participating in. Now, DT say this remind him of Tu Baba and Annie. In a way, but in a way. Annie was never like Angela. See, and she just and she's acting just like us, like Shoulder. Huh? Oh, she acting just like Shoulders. I forgot y'all call Robin Shoulders. She ain't trying to leave. Yeah, that lady ain't trying to leave. She ain't. Yes, girl. We had to cover old raggedy Brian McKnight. I couldn't take him. He pissed me off so bad. Niece, he ran my pressure up. And I don't even have high blood pressure, but I felt it climbing. Oh, Couture Bay say Angela is delusional, in my opinion. Is it delusion? It might be. I think that lady just wants her husband to reciprocate the affection that she gives him, and that's not unreasonable. Like I say, you know, y'all know I don't like her. I don't like her hardly for nothing. But right is right and wrong is wrong. She not wrong to want her husband to reciprocate the affection she gives him. Where he's wrong is if he know he's not going to do that, whether he's not capable of doing that or not willing to do that, let that lady go. Let that lady go. Quiet Storm say, I think Juan is only as nice to Robin as he is because of the kids. I think Juan only nice to Robin as he is because he ain't got nowhere else to live. That's what I think. I think Juan is a homosexual. Lord, this crazy girl say, is Angela got delusion or dementia? She swear Angela got an AARP card, y'all. She swear she don't believe Angela with the 43. Couture Bay say, now y'all know Brian don't care about his black churn, and don't. Girl, Couture Bay, did you see that recording that he put online? Because we was up here listening to it. I can't listen to it a second time because he really upset me so bad. I barely got through it the first time. It was bad. I barely got through it. Now Angela don't want to be let go. She'll kick and scream. I mean, she got every right. That's her husband. Hold on to your husband, Angela. Go to night vigil. Just pray on, you know, Friday, do midnight prayers and stuff, and fast, girl, and hold on to your husband if that's what you want to do. At least he's not a Brian McKnight, and that's true. Uncle Charles does not seem to hate his black children, so he's definitely not Brian McKnight. Because Brian McKnight has proven himself to be an absolute scumbag. You know what, Couture Bay? I'll play it again because you missed it. I want y'all to hear, those of y'all who are just coming in and y'all missed us talking about Brian McKnight, y'all will get to hear what he had to say without me yelling at the screen, because I could not contain myself when I listened to it with y'all. Because I listened to a smidge before I went live. I didn't want to hear everything before I went live because I wanted to experience it with you guys. And I did. So I'm going to play it one more time for the people who missed it, what Brian McKnight had to say about his baby and how narcissistic and selfish and disgusting it really is. Lala says, Robin is handsome and Juan is mad about it. Ooh. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and leave it to Lala with her crazy self. Let's share the screen. Let's share the screen. I'm going to let y'all hear what good old Dusty McKnight had to say. Just hold on to your hats, ladies. So if you missed it the first time, I'm going to play it one more time so y'all can hear it. And yeah, hold on to your hats. Let's go.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of...
I'm going to stop this real quick. Did y'all catch what he just said? Now that I'm not as pissed off and I can hear clearly now. Here's the thing. Lord, Evie says that Angela got a Medicare Advantage card. I'm done. But listen. So he's saying the last time I spoke to him, we offered him care. So it's giving before he passed, you weren't talking to him. Nico told us in his own messages that he spoke to you and told you all he wanted you to do was just tell him you loved him. And you couldn't even do that. So it sounds like you hadn't talked to this young man. It was you. Oh, wow. Oh, he's so gross.
Communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication. Big, big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless...
Hold on.
There's great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. I have a clear conscience. The only... Okay, fingers in the booty, McKnight. Did y'all hear when he said truly the whisper, that whistle in that air that came through? Y'all know what that means? When people try to say certain words and you hear that whistle and that air come through, shoo, 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 it sounds like... Y'all know what that mean, right? Put it in the chat if y'all know what that little whistle mean when people try to talk and then they accidentally start whistling. Y'all know what that mean? Oh, come on. Tell me y'all know what that means in the chat. Nobody? Anybody? Y'all ain't listening to me. But when you hear that, that is a sign that somebody has some dentures that are slipping around in their mouths. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your dentures are slipping around. They slipping and sliding. That's why we got all that double talking, whistling and stuff. Your dentures are loose. Add more Polygrip and less Hennessy, Brian McNasty. Let's let him finish for the people who didn't hear him earlier. Judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion. So
that's all he had to say. Not I'm gonna miss my baby. Not I'm sad. I'm sad I lost time with my child. None of that. I'm on here because other people know the truth. And Claude shouldn't have said nothing. And for those of you who weren't here earlier, we're gonna play what Uncle Claude had to say because Uncle Claude didn't say anything bad. Uncle Claude did not malign him in any way, did not degrade him in any way, never even said his name, and literally said this wasn't the time to talk about it. So we're going to hear what Uncle Claude had to say too. Bianca said communication was open and remained open. So why didn't you act upon that open communication? He's the father. He should have reached out to him. Hello. Yep. You was going to say that about them dentures. Yeah, them loose dentures. DC say loose dentures are a crime. Yes, against the heavens. So read what the son tweeted. Okay, for those that didn't hear, we're gonna get to it, sis. I promise you. Hey, vet. All right. Hey, sweet beloved. So let's hear what Uncle Claude had to say, because he up here blaming Claude, and all Claude did was say, you know, we're gonna miss this baby and the baby gone. So y'all listen to what Uncle Claude had to say.
So all day, I said to myself I wasn't going to post about this. And as the day wore on, I realized that how could I not post about this? This morning, I found out that my nephew, Nico McKnight, passed away. He'd been bravely battling cancer for the last 2 years or so. And I have a lot of feelings right now. I'm not going off a script or anything like that. I'm just going to be raw with how I'm feeling. Nico was one of those amazing kids who was quirky and curious and ridiculously talented. Amazing singer, an amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer. And just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody you always wanted to be around.
Do y'all notice the difference? Now that I'm not pissed off, do y'all notice the difference in Uncle Claude and old fingers in the booty McKnight? Y'all see the difference? See, Uncle Claude was talking about Nico, about how precious this baby was, and he's so talented, and he's an excellent photographer and musician, and he's just a child you just want to be around. He talked about it like he was having fond memories of this baby. Thank you, Amanda K. Major difference. That's how you could tell the uncle was more involved. Not just more involved, Amanda K. You could tell the uncle actually loved that child. Brad ain't said one time, I'm going to miss my baby's smile. He ain't said, I'm going to miss hearing my child's voice. He ain't said, you know, I wish I could reach out and hold my baby. Nothing. I know the truth, and I know the totality, and God will judge me, and I know. And to the self-proclaimed mama bear, Negro, if you don't put some cement under them dentures, and if you got something to say something about the baby. Lord, Lala say Brian's teeth is signed to Slip and Slide Records. I'm done. Okay, let's let Uncle Claude finish. But I just wanted y'all to see the difference in Uncle Claude and the no good, useless excuse for a peppy.
And I will also say, probably one of the reasons why I wasn't going to post about it is I post a lot of things, but I don't post a lot of really, really serious subject things, or certainly family things. And I wanted to post this about Nico, about his legacy, about how amazing he is, and not about what some of you may have heard about, you know, the family drama that has existed for quite some time in our family. I'm not here to discuss that or to talk about how that happened or why it happened. This is not the time or the place, but what I will say is, in any situation, there's always at least three sides to a story. There's my side, your side, and the truth. And the truth, a lot of times, is somewhere in between. So here's the thing. And I will also say, I don't know exactly what was going on there. I know what I've seen. I know what I've heard from all parties involved. And I try not to judge.
So Uncle Claude didn't even touch the subject. Only thing Uncle Claude said, I believe Claude is older. Brian just look older because he's so evil. But this man literally is saying, I don't know what was going on. I done heard what everybody had to say, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. You know, this man did everything possible to not address it. If you listen to Brian McKnight, you'll think Uncle Claude came on the TikTok or wherever the hell this was and said Brian McKnight is a low down, dirty, rootin' tootin' piece of trash. And Nico was an angel that floated down and was birthed in a baptismal pool, and his mouth was a prayer book, and Brian is the devil with a pitchfork and a forked tongue. This man ain't said nothing. The most of what this man said was about how wonderful he thought the child was. Okay, let's keep going, because I want y'all to see Uncle Claude ain't said nothing out the way.
I just try to be as loving to each person as I can be, because apparently there's so much hurt going on, or was so much hurt going on, that a lot of things didn't get resolved. And again, I want to go back to Nico. I know that kid had a lot inside, a lot eating at him for a long, long, long time. That may have contributed to what happened with him. What I do know is he's out of pain now. And so I can rejoice in the fact that he no longer has to go through the chemo and the radiation and everything.
See, that's what you normally hear from family members. Is that not the normal thing? Hey, I'm that girl. Am I wrong? Let me know. Is that not the normal thing you hear from family members? Well, I know they're not in pain no more. I know they're in a better place. I know he or she is no longer suffering. That's what you hear from family members. What we heard from that piece of trash that passed us for that baby's father, that's not a grieving family member. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. Is this a grieving father or a narcissist? Like, who we dealing with here? Because that don't sound like no grieving father. It don't. Right. No moral compass whatsoever. I don't think he can spell it. Bianca said Brian have a demon on him. I can't be convinced otherwise. He's a whole fool and a half. I can believe that too. Right, Amanda K. Very normal. Even strangers like us will sit back and say, thank God this baby ain't suffering no more. At least he's in the hands of the Lord. He rested in the Lord's bosom. You know, we're thinking things that are more comforting. Yep, he did this, Couture Bay. He did this. Let me let y'all hear the rest of what Uncle Claude had to say. Hold on. Uncle Claude went through.
Anything else. But I just want to uplift that young man and say we will see him again one day.
See, how very black of him. We're going to see him again one day. Y'all know that's how we talk. Y'all know that's how we talk.
I love you, Nico. Uncle Claude.
Where was the I love you, Nico from Brian? Did I miss it just because I don't like him? Did I miss him? Did Brian McKnight say I love you, Nico, at all? Did he say anything nice or sweet or endearing or heartwarming about Nico and I missed it? I didn't hear him say I loved him. I love him so much. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear it. Tish say, thank God he had his uncle. Praise the Lord. Because his daddy is from hell on the south side in the projects. And these are the last tweets I believe that he made concerning his father. This was from April of last year, where Nico said, and I quote, when I was about to die in the hospital from complications from my cancer, I just wanted to bury the hatchet and hear him say he loves me. And he told me he couldn't arbitrarily tell me he loves me. Still cut so deep. Mind y'all, I want y'all to know this was at 2 something in the morning. So this child wasn't asleep. He was up tweeting. He then said, we were bad children, sure. That part right there hurt my heart too. We was bad children. Baby, that was no excuse for your daddy to throw you in the garbage. He said, we were bad children, sure. But my sisters have always deserved better. They don't deserve this outright disrespect. Hate us all day. You don't get to be a piece of ish forever and still skate by with all that we know. And apparently this baby was still holding secrets because the next tweet said, we saved that man from federal prison. That's all I'm going to say. But after all of this, he said, but after all of this, I still love him so much because I know that my dad is in there somewhere. No, he ain't, baby. But he's a drone now. So effing sad. Miss you, Dad. Marcus Aurelius, Superman. Y'all, that was so sad. That's some sad business right there. That's some sad, sad business. It's a special place in hell for Brian McKnight. DT say booby traps McKnight voice sound like he got semen frothing around his mouth. Miss Mona Loa probably fingers and eats his rotten groceries every. Oh, DT. I thought my mouth was bad, but yes, Lord, that part. Bianca said he couldn't even tell his seed that he loved him when he thought he was on his deathbed. That's a horrible being. Sometimes your best thoughts is at 2 a.m, but when it's sad thoughts like that, those ain't your best thoughts. Those are them thoughts that's keeping sleep from your eyes. When you thinking stuff like that and you thinking it so much that you went on social media to type it, those are them thoughts that's keeping sleep out your eyes. That's what that is. 2 a.m. This baby wasn't sleeping. His mind was not rested. His mind was fitful and restless because the man that's supposed to be his daddy didn't love him. The baby telling you that. You couldn't lie to him. You come on the internet and lie to us unprovoked. We don't even know you, and we don't want your lies. You couldn't even lie to make that baby feel good. You couldn't even say, of course I love you. Like, we know you don't. You proved that. On his deathbed, you couldn't even lie to him to make him feel good. And now that he gone, all you talking about is yourself. And mad because your brother loved the child, showing us a bottle of goddamn Hennessy. We know you don't love him, but you couldn't even lie to the child, Brian. Yep, Keisha, that made his battle that much harder. He's a rotten individual. He is a rotten individual. I just don't know. What I said earlier still stands. You ladies had better be careful. Those of y'all who still out here dating and picking and accepting husbands. Be careful. Because, see, when this lady accepted to marry this man, see, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm old, so I'm going to take the liberty of saying what I want to say. You know, the older we live, the older we are, the longer we live. We take liberties. We say what we want to say. Let me tell you something. Whether y'all know it or not. It's the men that do the picking. It's the men that do the picking. And you young ladies, it's up to you whether you accept him or not. See, he can like you all day. That's nice if he likes you. You know, package yourself very well so that you have lots of suitors that like you. But you don't have to accept the first man that like you. You don't. You do not have to accept the first man that likes you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to hear it. Don't think that even if he got good qualities, don't think that if you don't accept him, nobody else is coming. Or if you don't accept him, the next one ain't going to be as good. Don't think that. It's up to you to do the accepting. It's okay to say, I'll pass. I can bet y'all any amount of money when Brian McNasty, when Fingers in the Booty McKnight approached this girl and asked for her hand in marriage or asked her people for her hand in marriage, I can guarantee you this is not the person that approached her. This is not the person that begged for her hand. This is not the person she said I do to. Ladies, you got to look deeper. Now, we've been encouraging y'all to check their bank account. Please do, because poverty is a curse. But you got to look deeper than that. Just because he say nice words to you and tell you you're pretty, you got to look deeper than that. Your mama and them should have already told you was pretty before you left the house. You should not feel like you owe somebody something. You're not beholden to a man because he pays you compliments. You're not. You're not. I don't care how much he tell you how fine you are, how pretty you talk, how pretty your smile is, and oh, look at your skin. Oh, you're so fine. You're so pretty. Listen, you don't owe him nothing for that. That's not love. That's admiration. Sometimes it's lust. Sometimes it's infatuation. And sometimes these Negroes is just running game. You don't owe no man nothing for a compliment. Let me just tell you one more time, you don't. And if you need somebody to tell you you're beautiful, when y'all come in here, do I not tell you every time we live, you're so beautiful? Let me tell all of you, you all are beautiful ladies. Everybody with a picture. I can go down the line. Pretty girl. Look here. Gorgeous. Bad to the bone. Y'all are beautiful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. If you need somebody to tell you you're beautiful, come to Discord. And if I'm in there, I'm going to tell you, you are so beautiful today. Just post your picture. And I will just gush all over the place about how beautiful you are. But y'all got to stop falling for every stunt these men pull. You can't fall for every word come out their mouth. Look deeper. Be prayerful. Be prayerful. I really hate that this lady ran into this man because now these children are suffering. The children are suffering because their dad ain't no good. This baby done passed on and died. Cancer has taken this child. And this man still don't care. If this ain't an indication that she got the wrong man, I don't know what is. Y'all, this is sad. Like I said, I ain't planning to stay in here this long. I was supposed to be in here for an hour or less. But this got to stop. Y'all got to listen. It's okay to say I'll pass, okay? Bianca saying this is the foolishness that his son looking down at, not him grieving, not being remorseful, but him continuing this bull crap. It's so disgusting. He gonna pay for this. Yeah, God watching. The Lord is watching. Brian McMullen, hey nephew. He says some women unfortunately have a pick-me mentality and the kids suffer even more. It's true. That's what I'm telling them. Men gonna pick anyway. You ain't got to go around here, trying to put yourself in the discount bin to be picked. They're gonna pick anyway. It's up to them to pick, and it's up to you to accept. Every man that walk up and say, "Oh, I picked you," you didn't win nothing. He the one trying to win you. So when he come up and say, "Oh, I picked you, you so pretty." Okay, I am pretty. My mom and them told me that before I left the house. Now give me a reason to accept you. See, it don't stop with the picking is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It don't stop with the picking. You don't have to try to prove that you require less. See, I require less. Pick me. No, because it don't stop with the picking. Let them pick. Let any fifth of them pick. And it's up to you whether you accept them or not. It's nice. It's nice that you picked. It's nice that you know quality material when you see it. Now give me a reason to accept you. That's what I want y'all to do. Matter of fact, before we leave, just to make sure that y'all got this, I want everybody to type in the chat. Doesn't end at the pick. And I'm gonna put it in there first. That's what I want y'all to get in your heart. But it's up to you to accept. You don't have to accept every man that wake up and say he picked you. That's nice. But we got to see it worthy. And I want y'all to realize every man that likes you, he's not worthy. Just because him liking you does not qualify him. Everybody always talking about wife material. Some of that ain't husband material. Y'all need to pay attention. It don't end with the picking. Hey, when in Rome, I wouldn't even want to breathe the same air as Brian McNugget. He's a horrendous person and is. That's right, Bianca. Put it in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. It don't end with picking. And I want y'all to put that in your spirit. Teach it to your girls. Make sure they digest that and make it a part of their every life. It don't end with the picking. It does not. This is sad. This is pitiful. I didn't even plan to go live today. That's why we're on here this late. I'm very disappointed that we had to be in here for this. I'm very disappointed, but I feel like it needed to be said, and I hope everybody with any platform is all around the world is dragging old fingers in the booty McKnight. I hope everybody is dragging him to the depths of hell, because that's where he needs to be drugged to immediately. And I mean immediately. Okay. So look, we finna get up out of here. Y'all go to bed. I know we got work and school and business to run and things of that nature in the morning. So y'all do know what it is. Make sure y'all are heading to bed. Hope out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so that you will know every single time that we go live on this good channel. All right. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you know we are happy to have you here. Okay. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every single time we go live on this good channel, on this porch where we talk about people's business. Okay. In the description box, we got a link to my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. Hopefully so they don't run into somebody like old Brian McNasty or any of the other creeps out there, okay? And we got the link for our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear and represent the royal family. We got the link for our Amazon storefront so we can all shop for our own respective homes together. And the link for my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to help a girl out with some notebooks or pens, because y'all know I run through them like a track meet. So, you know, all support is welcome. Thank you, DT, for the super chats. Thank you, Lala Chanel, for the Cash App. Thank all of you for liking the video. Thank you for sending up bubbles. Thank y'all for being here, kicking it with us in the middle of the night. All right. So in the meanwhile, y'all know what it is. Be positive, be productive, encourage others, and make sure you encourage yourselves. And as always, in case no one else tells you, God loves you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll talk again maybe tomorrow, but definitely as the gossip permits. Talk to y'all later, okay?